This is Chad Riffle from the K-12 Educational Technology Association, bringing you a tutorial video on how to upload your data into Illuminate using a CSV file. Now, before we begin, you're going to need two things to do this. An unopened CSV file that contains your data. The reason it needs to be unopened is because once you open it, it won't upload the student's information to the correct student in some situations. So if you've opened the file, delete that file and re-download your CSV file and make sure not to open it. The second thing you're going to need is an assessment in Illuminate that you plan to dump your data into. If you do not already have an assessment to hold your data, one can easily be created using a summary assessment. For information on how to do this, please check out my video titled How to Create a Summary Assessment. Let's go ahead and get started. The first step is to find the assessment that you plan to use to house or hold the data in. And you can do that one of two ways. You could either click on the tile that says View Assessments, or in the black bar, click on the word Assessments and find the drop-down View Assessments. This will take you to a list of all the assessments you have access to. I have already created a summary assessment to house all the data from my CSV file, so all I need to do is click on that assessment. That will take you to the overview screen. At this point, there's no data in this assessment, so we need to go to responses, and then we need to import our CSV file so we have responses in this. So we'll click on responses, import student responses from file. And this is the screen where you choose what file to upload, what type of file you're going to upload, and how Illuminate's going to identify the students. So the first question it's asking is for the delimiter, and for that choice we're going to choose comma because CSV stands for comma separated values and the delimiter in that is commas. So the second choice is to choose your importing option. You have two choices here. If you've never uploaded any data into this assessment before, you want to add student data because what that's going to do is create test for each student that has a score on your CSV file. If you've already imported data into this at some point during the year and you're just updating the data, you want to select Update Student Data because what that's going to do is it's not going to create a whole new student and create duplicates in your reports. The third question it's asking for is to choose the student identifier to use. We want to choose the state student ID number to identify our students by. And the last question is to choose the import file, and in this choice all it's asking you to do is to find on your desktop or wherever you downloaded your CSV file to choose it. I'm going to click on that, and I just called my CSV file data, so I'll double click on data, and what that does is it puts right here the name of the CSV file. Once you've made your choices, you just click Upload File. Now it's going to ask you to link the columns from the CSV file to the columns in your assessment. The first question, it has this red asterisk here telling you it's very, very important that this is the correct column. You're going to choose the column that you have your student IDs in. It's usually just labeled student ID or secondary student ID. So you just need to know which one has your 10-digit State of Michigan UIC student number in it and select that column. The next column has to choose the school ID number column, and that's just because that's the assessment that I created has all of these columns. In the summary assessment I created, it has the student ID column, it has the overall score column, it has the composite score column, it has a question, who said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and then it has on the bottom one just any data point column. And this was just so I could show you all the different examples that you might see. I've matched all of these up, these columns in my summary assessment on the left to the columns in my CSV file on the right. And so now when I click import, it's going to put those the data in each column into the correct place. Once I click import, it puts a little yellow bar here that says your import is starting, and to go to scheduled jobs to see the status. Once you click, all you need to do is click on that scheduled jobs and it takes you to this screen. This is the top file on it is going to be the most recent. As I can see here, this is today and this is the time. On the left hand side where it says status, it says it's finished. Sometimes I've noticed that it'll say it's finished here, but it won't have the download over here, and the file's not ready yet. So make sure you have the green finished here, and then the button that you can click on that says download on the right, and that will tell you that your data has all been uploaded. The last step in this process is to make sure that the data uploaded properly. You can do that one of two ways. You can download your error file, which is right here. Click on download, and it gives you a text file that has all of your errors listed on it. And that file is going to look like this. It's kind of hard to read, but with a little practice you'll get where you'll understand what it's saying. And all this error file for me is saying is that it didn't really know what these headers were, and that's because I already matched everything up, and so that's okay. Now I'm going to show you my preferred way of checking to make sure the data uploaded properly. I'm going to just go to that same assessment under assessments in the black bar, view assessments, and I'm going to open that assessment that I just downloaded that I just uploaded all those student responses into. I'm going to click on responses, and then instead of choosing import or enter edit, I'm just going to click on see student responses here, student responses. And I can see now when I look down my columns, all of the data has been uploaded. And if I really wanted, I could open the CSV file and this file and make sure that it translated properly. Sometimes you'll notice that a student, if their student ID number, their state student ID number wasn't correct, that their data didn't transfer properly. This is also your chance to kind of catch that before it's too late. I hope this video helped you download your CSV file into Illuminate properly, and if you have any questions, don't forget you can always email me at criffle@k12eta.org. Thank you for watching.